P collab, man. Oakland Vallejo, the Bay Area, stand up. I'm from that town. She from Vallejo. Said let's collab. She said okay. We all should play. Hot potato. Whoever got the hottest boy from there. Challenge accepted. It's me, I'm the best. Like creative players on hunters, no less. The lines in your forehead just told me you stressing. Got G-O-D on me side. Ooh, he blessed me. All the lies they tell it's the vaccine. They're acting it's so bad like it's wrestling. Keep my circle so small it's insane. If you hate to cut then you're part of my team. Just like Bo and half pint call strikes like Miles Hutter. She gotta have a pretty face too.
Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching. Welcome to the channel. I am Mrs. Best. We are here to do our weekly recap of Buying Beverly Hills. This is a Netflix show featuring the Umanskys. My goodness, those who watch Beverly Hills Housewives should know who these people are. We are here to go over season 2, episode 5, titled Umanskys Always Win. Really quick before we get into it, going across the bottom of the screen, just reminders, we do recaps and TV reviews here weekly. If you want to suggest a show that you would like me to recap, have questions, or a collaborator interested in working with me, you can send those inquiries to the email going across the bottom of the screen. This information is also in the description of the video. So I am happy that we are back here. By the way, if you guys missed our recap last week, I did not do it live. I did a edited pre-recorded video, but it is in the buying or in the Netflix playlist for the shows I recap from Netflix. So let's jump right on into it. So we leave off, we see Alexia talking to Tyler about a pickleball 80s event. The agency likes to think of themselves versus just being a place where people come to work like family, which I feel like a lot of sales places, like if you work in sales, more than likely the team you work with will feel like family. Just you guys are making money together. You spend more time with those people, oddly, than you do your own family when you really look at it. But that's what's going to be happening at this event. All of the agents are going to be there from different areas, Michelle included. Michelle has been a problem. She is a no nonsense, no BS type of person. But then she's also borderlining, like she can also be a tad mean, if that makes sense. But, you know, when bringing up that Michelle will be at the event, Tyler seemed extremely understanding. She pretty much was like, maybe she was having a bad day. She was trying to give Michelle the benefit of the doubt. You can't let people talk to you. Tyler's a little bit too sweet, but then at the same time, I think that the way she is professional and it could work out. So we see the group arrive to play pickleball in an 80s theme. I didn't understand. Apparently Mauricio is really good at pickleball. He made the cover for some sort of pickleball. That's rich folk activity. I've played badminton. I actually played varsity tennis in high school. Fun fact about Mrs. Best. But I don't know. Pickleball just seems strange to play, but it's getting real popular, especially amongst the rich. By the by, Michelle arrives, and then Adam's little dog is sitting with her and bit her. If you peep, I said, listen, animals know. That's all I'm going to say. Animals know. I'm a firm believer. If my cat does not like you and you've been to my house, you've likely never come back to my house. Fun fact. Trust the animals. Anywho, so at this event, Brandon asked Joey about his property and how it is working with Alexia. Brandon is messy, y'all. He brought up the fact that Sonica, doesn't work hard, doesn't come to the office. Brandon is messy. He's going to stir the pot a little bit. And I think that's why Ben don't want to deal with him. But Brandon's asking Joey about the property and working with Alexia. And he just behaved really messy. And Joey did catch on to it, which I was glad about. But then when Joey wouldn't bite or take the bait, Brandon moves on to ask about Alexia's boyfriend. I'm like, why are you asking this boy who used to deal with her about her current boyfriend? You are just messy. Sometimes gays is messy, y'all. I don't understand it. Anywho, basically, we find out that from Joey that before Alexia and Jake were an item, he was messing around, he being Jake, with another girl, and he was treating Alexia kind of like a friend or the, the leftovers, which pick up when the other person don't want you. Anywho, Joey says that the only time that Jake was interested in being with Alexia is once the other girl that he was dealing with dumped him. I said, "Oh Lord, that is a red flag." But I'm like, why you gotta drop that tea? Like, that's why I say never date nobody at work, because things get awkward. They're over there talking crap about her, and she's on the other side talking about hoping to get engaged. And I'm just like, this is just a mess. But only they know their relationship. Moving on, you guys. Michelle comes up to Tyler, referring to her as Taylor. She don't even know the girl's name, because I'm thinking maybe she wants to clear the air because Alexia spoke to her about how Tyler was a little offended. And Tyler explains to Michelle when they talk that she thought that she could have just been having a bad day, but she felt that the attack was unwarranted. And Michelle responds saying that you called her family and that Tyler did not do her job. She should have scrubbed the list to prevent taking from other agents within the agency, which is fair. I want to say that. I don't like Michelle's attitude, but that's fair. Scrub your list. I get that. Thugging cousins. Hey, what's good? Cousin. Hi, Naya. I'm surprised you up late. You 3 hours ahead. It's 9 o'clock where I'm at. What you doing up, Naya? She said I'm beat. Yes, go to bed. She is on the East Coast, y'all. I'm in California, so it's only 9:12. But on the East Coast, it's midnight. It's midnight. It's the next day. Naya needs to go to bed. Anywho, thank you for supporting me, though. We love Naya on this channel. They're talking, and basically she should have scrubbed the list, y'all. We find out basically that Tyler explains that she should not have called that client and that she wasn't trying to come for her, which I thought would have made peace. But Michelle seemed to be way too hard on her. And Ben came over, and I respected Ben, because one thing about Ben, I've noticed Ben is emotional, but Ben is loyal. Ben is also not a bully. I don't think he's a bully, because he came and defended Tyler. He said that she's being way too hard on Tyler, and he explained his process because Tyler works for Ben. And he said that we call over 100,000 clients in a year, and they have a process and they do scrub their list. But sometimes with that high volume of clientele, things and people are missed, which is fair. Michelle just seemed unapologetic, impossible to deal with. She wouldn't accept that something could be a mistake. But I did appreciate Ben defending Tyler. I think they both can accept that the lady's crazy, and this is why it seems people don't really deal with her. She thinks it's being cool, but it's like, one day, what if someone you have the opportunity to co-list or need a co-listing, which seems to be a thing, and they don't want to do it with you because they'd rather lose money than deal with you? That's an actual thing. Like, you don't want to be in that situation, Michelle. Like, I respect her hustle, but it's like, baby, you made it. Relax, girl. Relax. Anywho, y'all, do me a favor and like the video. Moving on, we're going to see Zach and John go to get a pedicure. I love that they get pedicures. I be trying to get my husband to get a pedicure. He will not. He'll let me pedicure his feet, but he won't go get it professionally done. And it's like, oh, so best, I don't want to pedicure your feet. You need a professional. So, anywho, like the video if you haven't already. Zach and John are getting pedicure, and Zach brings up his call that he had with Rick Hilton and the offer and equity in Hilton and Highland. Zach worked for Hilton and Highland for many, many years. He was there when Mauricio was there and stayed. Recently, he left. He said that he wanted to have room for growth, and now Rick Hilton is offering him equity in the company. The reason that this is some tea is because Mauricio only left Hilton and Highland because he asked for equity, and Rick said no, and it's his brother-in-law. But for this person he do not know, he's offering it to him. So, while talking about this, Dak explains that he never wants to leave the agency, but that he also never wanted to leave Hilton and Highland, making it seem like, he rides the wave of life and wherever he goes. John says that it could be Rick using Zach as a pawn to get back at Mauricio. I think that John is right. I really do believe he's right. I feel like Rick Hilton is petty, especially the way Kathy and Paris and the Hiltons feel the need to respond and comfort Mauricio publicly. I feel like Mauricio did do something to these people. I don't think he's fully innocent, but I think that they are the type of people to never let that stuff go. I don't think they'll ever let it go. I think they hold grudges better than anybody we could ever imagine holds a grudge, personally. But, Zach, I don't understand what you're doing. Make a decision, bro. I feel the same way as Mo. Make a decision. Apologies, you guys, if my voice is scratchy and crackly. Me and Mr. Best have come down with something. He works in a hospital, so sometimes we just end up getting sick. But I do appreciate your patience with me. Moving on, Mauricio's in Miami visiting the local office of the agency that he has there. He has a $29 million penthouse co-listing at risk. Listen, I know y'all gonna hate me for this. This may be showing that I didn't grow up the richest, but I'll be god darned if I spend $29 million and I can't get a yard or privacy. What happens if the elevator breaks one day? How I'm gonna get to my house? You know, like little stuff like that. I'm being goofy. But Sophia, Ben, Alexia, Farah, and Adam, they are coming to Miami and they arrived there as well. And I was cracking up in the car. Nothing really happened in that scene, but I thought it was funny that Alexia and Sophia were surprised to hear that Mauricio likes strip clubs. Your dad is a man. Why you think he got 4 kids? Anywho, the agency has a dinner in Miami, and we get to meet the agent who sold the home to J Lo, as well as Ben Affleck. $61 million property, and he got that listing just being tenacious, going out knocking on doors, doing door knocking. It works. Door knocking, putting your card on, under windshields. It does work. Hey, it shows that somebody would be willing to go above and beyond to sell your house if they're willing to knock on your door. So Zach gives a toast about family and how the agency feels like a family to him, which annoyed the heck out of Mauricio because he still doesn't know if Zach is going to stay with the agency or not. And I think that he's taking way too long to make a decision. I think he's doing a little bit too much. Like, he was nice enough to bring you on from there, like, and you're making a beef, like, probably in his personal life. Like, make a decision, Zach. Come on. Or are you just here because the reality show is here? Zachy boy. Be there for the cameras because it don't take this long to make a decision. So we then get to see them look at the $29 million mansion, which is super, super exciting. The mansion is like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So the mansion is a penthouse. It's at the very top of the tallest high rise in Miami. It has their own little beach up front, prime piece of real estate for Miami. Basically, every floor of the building is an entire unit versus it being multiple units. That is super exclusive. Minimizes neighbors, gives people more space, even though they're in a building with no yard. But this penthouse is at the very top. It is 3 stories. The bathroom itself cost $1 million. Mauricio and his other agent, they basically have to sell themselves because they're looking to co-list the property. And more than likely, y'all, they probably already had the co-listing and just did this for the show. But I like that they showed him in action and what he does. But while he's negotiating this beautiful property, Alexia talks to Melissa about how Ben is saying that Zach and Farah have a connection, which is not a good thing because apparently Zach is married and Farah is with this man that she don't want to marry but was with at the time. Super, super messy. But I guess Alexia is going to talk to Farah about this. I feel like that's too far. You got a married person and you got someone who's going through it trying to figure out a relationship. And then Zach and Farah have a good working relationship. I do get what they mean. Like, they would make a cute couple, but I mean, Zach is married and they need to respect that to even repeat something like that, y'all. To me, is just like raggedy. I'm just keeping it 100. Anywho, they get the listing for the beautiful property, so everybody goes to celebrate. And Melissa calls out what Ben had said. Ay, 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 ay. I don't understand why Melissa, and when she's talking about what Ben said, they're talking about the comment about Farah and Zach having a connection, and Ben doubled down on it. And I like that. That made me respect Ben. I was like, you know what, Ben? He's like, I said what I said, and that's how I feel, and y'all not going to be mad about that. So Melissa then starts, and mind you, Melissa's supposed to be Farrah's friend. Melissa then starts saying that Farrah's relationship with Alex, who is the person she's dating, feels off. And Ben says that he doesn't like him and doesn't understand why anybody would not want to marry somebody as beautiful as Farrah. They claim they want the best for Farrah, but I feel like if y'all wanted the best for her, you wouldn't be down in her relationship like that on camera. My friends would never. Like, especially not out at the club and like such a reckless like setting. Like, ain't no way. No. Farrah needs to find some new friends, or hopefully these just her friends on camera. So at the bar, Sophia comes in with this outfit showing off the body, cute little outfit. And Adam notices. Now, mind you, Sophia's only like 23. Adam's a grown man, full grown, developed, all of that. But she likes him and wants to, take a shot at him. And we see Alexia's upstairs and she's upset because Farrah and Sophia done left without her. They ditched her, which happens. I have multiple siblings myself. I'm one of four. Sometimes you end up with one sibling, you might forget about the other. It happens when you have a big family. But Alexia takes this personally. She feels left out. She says she feels different from the rest of her sisters. She feels like she's the goddamn black sheep. She feels all of these different things. So, she's upset, feels different. They did straight forget about her though. But I mean, when people are going to the club, it's an event, things like that, like anything can happen. So moving on, Alexia ends up telling her dad, like true siblings, what happened at the club, and she's pissed about her sisters leaving. The dad just gives her a hug and a kiss, like y'all ain't ruining my drunk. You could tell he's used to these ladies arguing. He had so many daughters. I'm like, that's crazy. House full of women. Insanity. But, they do apologize to each other. It seems like normal sibling woes. I don't think it's like worth it to talk about. They work past it. Obviously, they care about each other a great deal. The next morning, they do talk about what happened and they make peace, they apologize, and all of those things. So that was a good thing. Now, here's the thing that happens where this episode's in, where things got crazy. At the end of the episode, y'all, or when they were in the club, Alexia's sister, Sophia, she came she came with the intention of wanting to flirt with Adam, wanting to like date him and things like that. She was dancing with him, and then Melissa swooped in and took that boy from her. And y'all know Melissa is just gonna do what she do when it come to men. So, basically she literally like cornered him, and they did show it on camera. She literally like cornered this man and basically forced him to dance with her, entertain it. And he was like, okay, because men, the boys is gonna go to wherever the coochie is available. That's what I'm gonna say. If it's available quickly, that's where they're gonna go. I don't mean that's where they're gonna stay though, but that's where they're gonna go. But the next day on the beach, they discussed this. They discussed Melissa and what she did with Adam, knowing and being a part of the discussion about and seeing, Sophia's excitement about talking to him and getting to flirt with him. They say that they think that Melissa got salty when she saw that Adam actually liked this young girl, and that's when she swooped in on him. So that's when Melissa makes the comment, like under her breath, it was real quick, like, well, Sophia's only 23. So you think because she's 23, she's not woman enough or mature enough to be with him. But if you're supposed to be cool with her and that's still a grown woman, 23 or not, and you saw her hyping herself up just to talk to him, then why would you go against girl code and then swoop in? Age don't trump that. Like, come on, Melissa. Like, it's one thing to be, sexually open, promiscuous, things like that, but don't do it in a way where you're like going for your friends' people and breaking girl code. I hate that. It annoys me. I hate that. Like, don't be funny. Don't be funny at all. Don't you even be funny. So, Farrah really stuck up for her sisters. She was not playing. She defended the what out of her sister Sophia. And Melissa, she ends up leaving the beach. She's like, okay, because you guys are being really mean. No, you know what you was doing, and now you want to cry. You knew that girl liked that boy. And then what did you do? You went and swooped in and literally kept it to where he could talk to not her or nobody for the rest of the night. Don't be petty when it comes to men, especially not against a 23-year-old. Like, come on, man. That's so whack. That's so whack. I did not like that. But that is pretty much the recap for season 2, episode 5. I'm gonna get episode 6 out to you guys likely tomorrow. I'm trying to get buying Beverly Hills, just out the way because it's a Netflix show, so they give us all the episodes at once. So just trying to get everything out there. But I appreciate all the support from you guys for tuning in and tapping in with my channel and these TV reviews and recaps. The next recap that will be on this channel will be Summer House Martha's Vineyard on Monday. We will also be having a music review tomorrow night. If you know someone who does music or you like music, independent artists are of all genres from all around the world submit music. It's a wonderful experience. You guys should tune into that. We also do music reactions, interviews for creatives, not just music artists. If you're a poet, if you want to write a book, if you got a business, all of that, we will interview you. Interviews are hosted by me. But we will be having recaps weekly, so tap in. The information is going across the bottom of your screen. What we are going to do now, you guys, is end our live because we're a channel that highlights music as well as TV reviews. We're going to end our live with Also Best, He Who Funds Thy Channel. We highlight and support. We're going to listen to his song Know the Rest. This is a single that came out earlier in the year. This is available on all platforms. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. If you're part of my replay gang, I appreciate y'all as well for watching thy video. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment your opinions. I greatly appreciate all of y'all, and we'll see you for the next episode.
You don't even know the rest.
Зачекай, ти насправді сплес мені?
Niggas crying over bro, my chest just sad. I don't need to know the rest. Cause I'm getting to that paper, I'm getting to that bag. And you don't even like I hit up, but I'm home cause I shine brighter. I'm like clock on the move, I put all nighters. If you wanna love me, then I won't fight her. Give it a stick, cut back till I ignite her. Real sinner and that best money big bro. Honey still had a mama house, like I said, big bro. Keep the lighter to yourself, me is so fire. I'm whatever you're passionate and desire. Cause I'm getting to that moolah, I'm getting to that bag. You don't even know the rest. Cause the skeet that I'm souls with a boy moving bad. You don't even know the rest. Niggas crying over pillow on my chest, just sad. I don't even know the rest. Cause I'm getting to that paper, I'm getting to that bag. You don't even know about you. Watching in for the whole verse, it feels so immaculate. From my possible, the pimp kept the strong and the smack. I don't need to go that route, got the gift of gas. To take your girl, tell you wanna be my ass. If you need to know the rest, just try to rest, telling you the whole recipe. Are you running that die over that pearl or the shake? Take your time, think about it, don't start to trip. Cause I'm getting to that moolah, I'm getting to that bag. You don't even know the rest. Cause the skeet out of souls with a boy moving bad. You don't even know the rest. Niggas crying over pillow on my chest, just sad. I don't even know the rest. Cause I'm getting to that paper, I'm getting to that bag.